Tiesto, 21 Savage, Bia. It's called both. 921. Good morning, everybody. It's Bill, Big Johnson. It's a Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
I know I did.
I know I did. So Keith Lee.
Yes.
You a fan?
Yes, I am.
You a fan? Keith Lee's big. I didn't even realize how big Keith Lee was really until this might sound like crazy, but I didn't really realize how big Keith Lee was until the whole Atlanta situation. So kind of recently, and the Atlanta situation I'm talking about, where he went to Atlanta and he reviewed some businesses and people were like really going ham on him.
Yep.
Because of some reviews he left, but he's not a bad, like his goal was not to go out and like
No, not at all.
destroy your business or give you a bad review. His goal is to go out and help promote these businesses,
Exactly.
and he does a lot of good.
A lot of good. I mean, the problem what happened in Atlanta is the fact that, he was pushed to go to certain restaurants that were, he takes suggestions, but the way he does his reviews are the best. It's just like he doesn't go in the restaurant since his family for the most part, and it's just like he wants to make sure he's being treated like the regular customer would be treated.
That's his thing. That is his main thing that I did learn is that when he goes, he doesn't want people to be like, "Oh, Keith Lee," and then roll the red carpet out.
Yeah.
Like he don't want that. Like that he's like he went. He'll go with his family or whatever,
Yep.
and people they'll say, "Oh, it's a 2-hour wait," and then they'll realize it's Keith Lee. No, you go first, and he'll say no.
Yeah,
like he
he'll
don't
say no.
he don't want that.
Nope, not at all. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And I didn't know he was as big as he was. Like I you see some things about it. Like the biggest thing was, some of the businesses he reviewed in Vegas, a little mom and pop shop that was not really doing well. He reviewed it, and they get to close certain days because they make so much money. Because after his review, people went there, the food was good, and people loved it. And he helps businesses. If they're really good, he helps them out, and which is
Yes.
that free advertisement is pretty much what he does. And like what he does is no one pays him. He get paid
now he's getting paid.
Yeah.
He doesn't get like the restaurants don't pay him to
Restaurant don't pay
come.
him. Yeah, not at all.
No, he gets paid through. He's made a lifestyle out of social media or
He's
whatever.
an MMA fighter first.
Yeah.
And then he went from there to UFC, and now he's doing this, and he's probably making a whole lot more money doing this than he was for getting punched in the face.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
He's huge. Well, he recently went to New York
Okay.
and he tried New York pizza. And he's getting dragged once again. Well, not, and I don't know if he's getting dragged, but it's causing a lot of talk online about, number one, the places he went. Number two, a lot of New Yorkers are saying they were glad that the places that he did go, which he says were suggested, and we'll some audio in a sec, but they're saying that they're glad that he finally gave an honest review, that they're not as good as everybody always says. So anyway, here we go. Here goes Keith Lee, New York pizza taste test.
New York, and we got suggested a bunch of pizza spots. Today, we went to the top 3 suggested spots, and I'm trying to see what my favorite is. I got it. Let's try it, and we're going to 10. Each spot we go to, I'm getting a slice of cheese pizza and a slice of their most popular pizza. First up is Joe's Pizza. We spent $9.50. First up from Joe's Pizza, the cheese. Just for scale, this is my hand. It's a pretty big piece of pizza. It looked really sauce dominant. Gotta fold it. That's mandatory.
There he goes eating. One bite, everybody knows the rules.
That's okay. The cheese don't have that much flavor, and it is a lot of sauce. That's pretty much all I taste. I do taste onion, I do taste garlic, but it is faint. It's crispy, but it's not burnt. I'm not mad at this. I'm not a huge fan. 6.8 out of 10. Joe said that
6.8 out of 10. That's not a bad.
It's not a bad.
It's really
score.
not great either.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
Okay, 6.8. I don't know. That's kind of crappy.
Yeah, it could be worse.
I mean, a Taste of OC used to be you're my man Big Johnson. If y'all don't know, we used to do a TV show back in the day.
I was one of the pioneers.
He did
food, being as far as food critic.
a food review, a Taste of OC,
Exactly.
and we did it up.
the most
Not
popular
good
pizza
food.
is the Supreme. This got everything on it. Mushrooms. It's loud in New York, man. It's got everything on it. Mushrooms, pepperonis, sausage, onions, cheese, sauce, a lot of sauce. They're real sauce dominant. Crispy crisp. Ooh, that's just folding it.
Eat more than one slice. Or one
I
bite.
love mushrooms, but these mushrooms are really slimy. Like overly slimy, and it's really throwing the texture off of me. rest of the pizza had a lot of flavor, and I like the toppings, and I like how crispy it is. But the mushrooms personally took me out. They was super slimy. They was real like moist. I'm not a huge fan at all. 2 out of 10, which leaves Joe's Pizza
2 out of 10.
with an average of 4.4 out of 10.
4.4 out of 10.
Wow.
Wow. I don't know nothing about Joe's Pizza, but he was suggested to go there, and that's where he went when he went to New York City. So it's a big place. This is why people are going wild.
Hey, listen to asking you shall receive.
Next stop. Next place is Prince Street Pizza. The lights you see is an ambulance. We in New York. We spent $19.58. That's a stark difference between the $9 that we just. Correction, my family made a mistake. They actually bought 3 slices of pizza. So if they bought 2, it would have been around $11 to $12. So yes, more expensive, but not that much. First up, the cheese pizza. Fold.
Okay, so a little bit more expensive at the second place that he went.
My daughter in the back. I taste the cheese a lot more with this. The sauce isn't as prominent. It's crispy. It's thin. Super thin. Just like the other one. One more bite. It's still not an amazing slice of pizza in my opinion, but it is pretty good. 7.5 out of 10. And for the specialty slice, this is called the Naughty Pizza. They didn't explain what it was, but they said it was sold out. So they got one of the last slices. It's grease all over my fingers. It's like pepperoni with some kind of sauce and a bunch of cheese.
That's like a deep dish is what he's trying now. Is the most popular.
I wasn't hungry, but God.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
That's fantastic. It's thick, it's spicy, it's crispy. I love these pepperonis. This is the highest so far. 8 out of 10. That leaves Prince Street Pizza with an average score of 7.7. On to the next spot.
7.7 out of 10. That's a good one.
That's not bad at all.
So Joe's Pizza, number 2, 4.4 out of 10. Number 1 in New York City and Manhattan. He goes to Manhattan. That's another thing that people were tripping about that he went to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like he didn't go to Brooklyn or
Bronx
another borough of New
exactly,
York.
Exactly.
And a lot of people argue that Connecticut has the best pizza.
I hear that a lot too.
But number 1 so far out of just these 2, Prince Street Pizza, 7.7 out of 10.
Last but not least is pizza from John's on Bleecker. Correction, there are 2 different spots on Bleecker Street that are a few minutes away from each other. Bleecker Street Pizza and John's of Bleecker Street Pizza. We thought we was going to John's of Bleecker Street, but we ended up, if you hear me saying John's, I'm wrong. We went to Bleecker Street. If you wonder
So this is just Bleecker Street Pizza.
why it's dark, it take 30 minutes to get half a mile out here. That is not an exaggeration. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but 30 minutes to get a mile is not an exaggeration. We spent $8.49 just off our presentation, and this is the least sauce dominant so far. That's a little too crispy. I can't even bend it. That's a little too crispy. It's almost like stale. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Best flavor for sure. I like the sauce a lot. It's obviously a tomato base, but it's not super tomato forward. I taste a lot more than just tomatoes. And in this case, the onions and the garlic are front and center, like immediately. It got a little bit of spice to it too. And the cheese do got flavor. This is the cheesiest, the crunchiest, and the best cheese piece in my opinion.
That does look good.
Yeah, I'm thinking my guess was probably more or less of 8.5.
Okay.
7.8 out of 10.
Oh,
I don't get the
7.8.
crunches from the
Okay.
rest of the crust as I do on the end. Like, this is the end crust. The rest of the pizza not like that. Their specialty pizza is like a margarita pizza. We forgot the name of it, but it's booming in there.
I like
so we ain't
margarita
going back
pizza.
in there.
Yeah,
We ain't about to
margarita's
bother
really
people
good.
or get cussed out. Not for no name and no pizza. That's okay. It's very basic for it. You get punched in the face with tomato. It do taste fresh, and I do like the basil, but it's kind of underwhelming in my opinion. 6.5 out of 10. That leaves John's of Bleecker with an overall score of 7.2 out of 10. That means, in my opinion, the best pizza out of these 3 is Prince Street.
All right, so there you go. Prince Street Pizza, number 1. Bleecker Street Pizza, number 2. Joe's Pizza, number 3. If you go to Manhattan, according to Keith Lee. But those are the ones that he went to.
Yeah, I know for me, Joe's has got to be a no-go from what he's saying because it's not even close.
What do you guys think? 302-858-5117. You're a pizza guy, right?
Yes.
What would you say is the best pizza just in Ocean City? Not outside of Ocean City, just in OC, because you're an OC guy, so the unofficial mayor of OC is it.
Well, see, I'm not really allowed to answer that question because I'll get in trouble. Because
Can you give me the top 3 in no particular order?
Yes.
Top
yes.
3 best pizza in Ocean City in no particular order,
Yes.
according to Big Johnson. This is a taste of OC.
Brothers Bistro. They have this brick oven pizza. They're like not really big. It's smaller size pizza.
Okay.
But I've not ever had a bad pizza from there. Nothing fancy, just straightforward.
But if you wanted a pizza, that's a place that you would be like, let's go there.
Exactly.
Okay. Next.
You gotta. I say Johnny's. Johnny's is really good also.
Johnny's Pizza.
Johnny's Pizza is really good also, and Lombardi's.
Yeah, Lombardi's.
Lombardi's is good also.
Yeah, Lombardi's is always good.
You can't mess with them. Like for me, I don't put a place on them. There's a bunch more that are good, but once you had pizza from a place at least 5 or 6 times, and if never missed, that's when you say they know what they're doing.
Now, how about outside of Ocean City? Or you can just expand it to outside of Ocean City.
Well,
would you still say those 3, or would you have it?
No, because if you go outside of Ocean City, and let's say, Mione's is on a lot of people's list. People live by and go by Mione's. I haven't been to anywhere in Berlin, but outside, the best pizza I probably had has been in New York.
Okay.
New York has really good pizza. Like I said, they say Connecticut, but I've not ever had a bad slice in New York.
Well, then there you go. Now you got to try Prince Street.
Yeah, there or somewhere else.
Bill Big Johnson, we have a 47 ABC update and more coming up. Good morning.
Give you what you need. Want to send a message to Bill and Jessica? Bianca, Topps